Hey, check me out, 2 videos in 1 day. Look at that. That's what happens when I let a backlog pile up and I finally get some free time. So that's what we're doing. I didn't get anything for Jill in the Bot, so no ticket mission this time around, although I'm sure I could come back here and do it with a bronze Jill or something, but that'll be for another day. We're gonna just 0 turns this. This is, I think, my new favorite squad. I really think so. Especially for low turn chasing. That crystal passive, man. That one that lets you just take an additional turn right at the start without adding on the count. That is so nice for Noctis, being able to get Warp Step on and his burst effect going without using his burst phase and without taking a turn. I love that. I think that's so nice. And for Aerith too, getting that burst effect up without wasting turns so you can charge up with the burst effect up. And her burst effect doesn't go away because there's no turn duration on it. I love it. I love it. We brought Chocobo because I just want to get to the summon quick so that we can get to Force Time before they do. Because you'll see it in a second. I let it run pretty damn close before I just hop in there. This one really isn't so bad, like at all. This one you really can just kind of rush down, beat them up, not a problem. So that's exactly what we did. I gotta say, I keep saying it every time I see her on screen now. I love the new Aranea. I really do. I use her a lot more now than I ever did in Chaos, believe it or not. I didn't use her that much in Chaos, even though she was like, you know, the tippy top of characters in Chaos. I didn't use her a lot. I don't know, I like her more now, probably because of all the launching. Okay, so, as I said, get the burst effect going, and charge up, and we're gonna go for as long as we can until their force bar is just about filled up, and then by that point, Chocobo will be ready, and then we can just go into the summon and get to Force Time before they do, and then we're done. And then by that point, the fight for all intents and purposes is already won. They are going to try to debuff us, which we are going to completely avoid, thanks to that Seal Evil. Thank you, Aerith. That's good stuff. This is unnecessary. I only did this just to get that break and have Chocobo ready, but really, if I would have just kept charging, it would have been fine, because Chocobo builds really fast anyway. We don't need to watch this. That's just me pressing the one skill, Healing Wind, over and over again so that we can get here and go right in. See, I was about to say I'm surprised to see Jill in the Bot as a character, but I'm really not, given the sort of characters they've been adding to this game. Like Dorgan is a good example. Jill, yeah, she was in 13, but not for much, and she didn't really do much of note. Unless, maybe it's just been too long since I've played it. But the only things of note that I remember, and anyone else who remembers anything else of any significance, let me know. Now, there's going to be spoilers here for Final Fantasy 13. So if any of you are expecting the rest of the world to be quiet because you haven't played a, what is it, 15-year-old game at this point? How old is that game? It's been out forever. Is it that old? It's pretty damn old. Cover your ears now, because there's going to be Jill in the Bot spoilers in Final Fantasy 13, okay? Alright, here we go. The only things I really remember about her, there's that scene where Saz and Vanille are at the carnival. So, you know, they're trying to kind of like take refuge and not think about their focus. And Jill shows up with an army, ambushes them, reveals the truth to Saz about Vanille, and then the two of them get in a fight. And the guards are going to go apprehend them, and Jill's like, no. Let's see what happens when Lassie kill their own, or something like that. Something like that. So she basically just psychologically torments Saz and Vanille as if they are test subjects, and then takes them captive. Which I guess that's pretty significant now that I'm thinking about this. And then the next thing I remember about her, you know, your team finally gets to approach Bartandalis about everything going on in Cocoon, like, hey, we've been looking for you, hey. And then Bartandalis just lets out this magic beam and just murders Jill in the Bot, even though she's on his side. He just straight up kills her like she's a useless plaything. Like, she's basically his puppet because she's been brainwashed, and then he just murders her, and then the party just goes, like, they just gasp. And then that's it for Jill in the Bot. Like, there's no looking back on her. There's no, she's just been banished to the Shadow Realm, just dead, and she's never mentioned again. That's all I remember about her. She was just a puppet and kind of a bitch, and then got killed. And that's it. And then DFFOO's like, let's add her. The fans will love Jill the Bot. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, she didn't really do much. Like, I know there's still some characters who are actually, you know, in your main party, are actually playable in Final Fantasy games. I'm not going to mention the names, because I know those names are going to, you know what names I'm talking about. The characters people actually want, like, can we just have them already? Like, for the love of God, it's been years. Can we have them, and then we can get to throwaways like Jill and the Bot, please? I don't know, just a suggestion. I am now expecting some Final Fantasy 13 nerds to come in here and be like, well, actually, Jill and the Bot was much more significant, because if you read all of those fucking things, all of those like data logs or whatever in Final Fantasy 13, there's so much more that I didn't read those when I was playing that game. I didn't stop and read those data logs. Are you kidding me? I just let those pile up and pile up and pile up. So if she was more significant and I just didn't know, it's because I didn't read about it. I watched all the cutscenes to my chagrin, but I did not read all those. No way. There were too many, and no. Just no. So I don't know. If I'm wrong, tell me. But that's just from, I'm just going from memory here and what she added to the game. And that's all I remember. Then again, this was forever ago, so I could be totally wrong. But when I think Jill and the Bot, I just think of those two scenes. I haven't talked about this fight for a while. I kind of just talked about the setup, and now we're just going to town at this point. There is something kind of weird that happens animation-wise. There's a fucking plane flying over me as I'm trying to do this. That's okay. We're gonna just leave that in. It's fine. We got like a minute left. It's fine. Okay, is this it right here, or is it the next? No, I think it's the next turn. Yeah, animation-wise, I don't think I've ever quite seen this before. Yeah, because we were focusing the behemoth for a while, and I realized, okay, we should probably get this lightning here too. So I figure, yeah, he'll die of, you know, flash damage or whatever. So now we'll focus her. And look what happens to him. Like, okay, so I've never seen this happen right here before. Right here. Where, okay. Oh, he's dead, but we're not gonna even look at him. We're gonna, like, I've never seen that. I thought they would have let his death animation play out before Noctis comes in and does his thing, but nope, they just did it all at once. The game wanted to get this fight with just as quickly as I did. So I appreciate that. That was really nice of you. And that is that. Didn't even need Aranea or Noctis's echoes. Well, I mean, I used one of Noctis, but you know what I mean. They both had one left over is what I'm trying to say. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!